Dear students, in in the business law subject, we discussed about the what is the Indian Contract Act. We had discussed about the introduction of Indian Contract Act 1872, and in my last session we were discussing about the proposal or offer. I also discussed about the characteristics of offer. Today, we will discuss about the various way in which the offer or proposal can be lapsed. We need to understand when the offer may come to end uh, by the party. So it has the various ways. First of all, the notice of withdrawal. If one party wants to withdraw or lapse the offer, so if a notice of withdrawal given by an offerer to the offeree before the acceptance of offer, then the offer cannot be accepted by the offeree. And if there is a lapse of time, offeree must accept the offer within the time prescribed in the offer. And if it is no time is prescribed, then it must be accepted within the reasonable time. After the reasonable time which is given, if it is not accepted by the other party within the time frame which is given by the party, this offer will be automatically lapsed. So which is the reasonable, what is the reasonable time? It totally depends upon the circumstances in each case. It varies with the contract to contract. Third way is non-fulfillment of condition which is attached with an offer. What it is? Where there is a condition in the offer which must be fulfilled before the acceptance of the offer lapses if the acceptance is given without fulfillment the condition. So if anybody who does not fulfill the condition of the acceptance of an offer, then this offer will be automatically lapsed. Next is counter offer. This is very common practice, and sometimes we always confused between the counter offer and the valid offer. Counter offer is what it is. It means making a fresh offer instead of accepting the original offer. Why it is? Because the counter offer amounts of to rejection of the original offer, and hence as soon as the counter offer is made, the original offer stands automatically lapsed. Why it is so? Because if one party has given an offer to another party B, so B party has to accept as the same offer, same proposal as it is. If B makes the another offer with the same terms and condition which is given by the party A, then it will be called as a counter offer. However, both party has given to each other a same terms and condition, same offer, but the offer paper is different. It is not the same offer, same paper which is accepted by the another party, and another party is trying to give the fresh proposal to the to party A. So it will be called as a counter offer. If B party gives the counter offer, then the offer which was given by the party A to the party B, it will be considered as a lapsed proposal. Acceptance is not made on the prescribed mode. If the offeree prescribes the mode of acceptance, in such situations the offer must be accepted in the very manner, and it is not accepted in the prescribed mode, then the offer must lapsed. If there is a offer lapses by the death of insanity of an offerer. If in fact the death or insanity comes to the knowledge of the acceptor before he makes his acceptance, but in the other is accepted in ignorance of the death of or insanity of the offerer, then there will be a valid offer, and the offer comes to the end on the death of the offerer also, because the offer can be accepted only by the offeree and not by any other party. So it cannot be accepted even by the legal heirs of the offeree. Next, Next point says the rejection of an offer by the offeree. The offer lapses as soon as it is rejected by the offeree. If B party rejects the offer, then it will be no offer. This offer would be automatically stands lapsed. Destruction of subject matter. The offer lapses if it becomes legal before it is accepted, or the subject matter of the offer is destructed. Now let's discuss about the acceptance. What are the legal rules of acceptance of an offer?